اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Example. Dearborn native to become first hijabi Air Force judge advocate. Can you imagine? Many people even don't feel confidence to go in these type of highly competitive fields. See the example. Dearborn in March, native Auza 24, her age was, applied to the US Air Force judge advocate, only to find herself making history as the first Muslim hijabi to become a judge advocate. So it's depend on our own belief and how strong we are, how is our aqidah, what is the concept and philosophy of hijab. So this is the law from Allah, and Ahlul Bayt are our role models. So never think that hijab would be barrier, whatever your dreams. And then she shared her story that how she just came from Lebanon, and she was immigrant, and then she choose her career as the Air Force. It's all about leading a life of structure, immense discipline. You know how hard it is to get into the Air Force, and she really she had interest in serving the public, especially her community and country. So her father and brothers encouraged her to join the Air Force, and her mother and sister also always assured that nothing restrained her from reaching her dreams. We should do the tarbiyat of our daughters like that, and that's what pushed her towards that goal. So it's important for the moms. So that's why it's very important to gain right religious knowledge, so that we have to do the tarbiyah. That appreciation, that confidence took her towards that level. And because of her words of admiration, she said she applied for a job that a Muslim hijabi has never applied for before because of less confidence. And then you can see that you can see that growing up, she had a judge advocate practices law in the Air Force differently than private sector. And then she was with hijab. The hijab was not a restriction. She was able to travel, live, work in diverse sites all over the world while providing legal services. And it's very hard, and it's a story that she has done so much, mashallah. And this is her story. And then she had internship under her professor, and she pushed me to do things that I never believed, and such as speaking on the record, drafting motions, preparing for trial. And because of her confidence in me, I welcomed and overcome any challenge that came my way. So she excelled during her internship and left a lasting impression on everyone she worked with, especially all of the sectors, victims. She did her studies in criminal studies, and she shared her whole story. And you can see that they required a lot of challenge and discipline, but she managed to do that. So we can see that just an example, just because of the time, I just want to share. So we have the example of this Air Force judge, and then there are other incredible. So as our topic today is modern women versus hijab, so we have another example also of the, if you talk about the sports, many people say that, oh, you can play soccer, tennis, everything with the hijab. What's the problem of wearing hijab? And the wajib hijab. Wajib hijab is your face, whatever is seen in during the wuzu, your hands still there, and feet should be covered. So Zahra Lari is an Emirati figure skater and first figure skater from United Arab Emirates to compete internationally. She is two-time Emirati national champion, and as a practice Muslim, she is also the first figure skater to compete in hijab. So we have the example in sports. Then you can see there is also an example of Ibtihaj Muhammad made American history as she became the first American athlete. So I'm giving you the example of sports. If anybody want to go in sport, any female likes sports, she can play. So hijab would not be barrier. Okay, so even the women, hijabi women, are competing in Olympics wearing the hijab, and the first hijabi wearing women. And then also, if we talk about fashion, as I say, that don't make it a dry. Even within women, we are not talking about today the ruling of hijab. We are talking about just hijab with the successful woman. Even if you want to do nothing can stop you. Whatever field you are choosing, you can do. I'm not today, my topic is not towards the correct ruling of hijab. I'm not promoting that we should do this type of hijab, but I'm showing you the picture because we should know that we should not be just stopped by the wrong propaganda that if you do hijab you cannot become doctor, if you do hijab you will not be successful, or even we are discouraged by other people. So that's why I'm showing you these examples. Even she is became the first Muslim hijabi woman to have modest fashion clothing line in major US department store Macy. So these are all the examples. Within the women, you can do hijab. You can have different styles of hijab. If you are going to women only jashan or milad, you can have. Like with if non-mahram, the thing is different. Then there are some restriction. But if they are girls only, you can do different styles. It's okay to be decent, to be clean, to be more presentable. Even Islam said to do zinat when you go to the masjid. When you read namaz, do zinat. At least wear a ring, wear a necklace for your mehram, for your husband, your father, brother. Don't be like in an unpresentable mode. But the restriction is only for non-mahram. But even if you do hijab and you can do the style, you can do within the women sector. And also then we have example of Ilhan is the first African refugee and hijab wearing woman to serve in American Congress after she beat 5 other candidates in the running to president. So see, this is the girl in American Congress. Even the girls are in the government. And then there's a model example because many girls like cosmetics. So this is the example. Even if you are want to do, she has a ambassador to cover girl cosmetic. Even I'm not promoting that this is the right kind of hijab, but I'm saying that she is even doing a Muslim figure. She's doing hijab, and if you want to do any career, the hijab is not a barrier.
اللهم صل على